be here. Yeah, back it up. All right. YouTube, Facebook. Oops, move this around this way a little bit. Okay. All right. Well, Comcast was doing this earlier, so I'm hoping I don't lose my. Hey, Rami. Hope I don't lose my names here. But so far, so good, right? Oh, I always forget to. Oh, see, look at that. Trying to reconnect. That's great. No. This is not. You know, some people are trying to connect here on YouTube. So hopefully YouTube's not going to crap out on me. Come on now. Okay. Try again. Right. Can't keep you guys late. Bullshit. Are you kidding me? I don't know what was all day long. I couldn't send emails. I was at the shop, making me crazy. And that was the shop computer. I was hoping I was right there next to the thing. Oh, I hate technology. I hate it. Anyone here on YouTube? I'm hoping YouTube's working. God, I'm sorry. Okay, we're gonna try again one more time. Okay, again. No, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay. We're on live. Let's hope it stays that way. Okay, hey Tammy. Okay, so I'll put a note. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna send people over to YouTube because I don't know. I seem to be on. We'll see. But all day long I was having trouble downstairs. I couldn't get emails to go out. I couldn't get. Yeah, it was rough. Okay. I don't want to get going yet because I don't want to. No, here we go. Okay, I'm gonna put a note and see if I can get people. Okay. All right, that's all I can do. Okay, well, let's wait to see if anybody shows up here. Click right back. At least I can read the comments easier on YouTube than I can Facebook. Oh boy, what a week this has been. What a week this month has been. What a month these past 2 days have been. For June 2nd, holy God. And let me tell you, people are getting battered already. Readings, I mean, not just, it's not even readings. People aren't even getting readings. They don't even want readings. They just want to come in, they're buying candles, protection incense, oils, sprays, sage, baths, you name it. Everyone is just on high alert, big protection, lots of cleansing, warding, lots of warding. Nightmares, back to that again. Now I got hiccups, sorry. And just hit after hit after hit. And I can't even sit there and say, oh, it's this sign, it's that sign. It's just, I've seen more Virgos, I will say that, more Virgos than other signs. But yeah, it's not been great. I'm gonna move forward because I can, and it's easy to paste YouTube to Facebook. It's easy to share that way. So I'm just gonna talk a little bit. The year is flying by. We're halfway through, of course, already. And I'm going to check really quickly Facebook page just to see if people are maybe coming over to YouTube. It's even posting. Who knows? Anyway, anybody else? People come on YouTube. It's funny, but they come in and they aren't. You have to actually subscribe to make comments, I think. So if you're not subscribed, which is just simply a subscribe, it's right there. Then you can comment. Post I just did for here. Yeah, Facebook. Go figure. All right. Oh yeah, I can't even pull up my page. It probably isn't even posting. Interesting. This is crazy. Okay, this is fun. Oh. He doesn't want to load anything up. This is crazy. Hi, Rosemary. Oh, that's so weird. Hi, Aaliyah. How you doing? Okay, people are coming on board here. Yeah, Facebook is messed up and Comcast is doing weird things. Like, as I was saying, email wasn't sending. All right. So much fun. I can't even get, oh, hold up. Okay, good. All right. So as I was saying, rough start to the month. People coming in course, I was there the first, second, Thursday. Today's Friday. Night morning readings, just coming in for, as I said, evil eye, protection, warding, salt baths, incense, oils, sprays, anything to keep it at bay. The hits keep coming. And to the point that people don't even want readings to know if anything else is going to happen. They don't want to know. If that's what it's like. Sudden job loss, layoffs, car accidents, weird accidents, kids going off the railings. That's been bad. Even my Daisy has not been good. So it's been something. Of course, we always do with animals passing. That always seems to be where we take those hits. I can't stand it. It's like everything's really going to shit, and then the dog dies. It's like, okay, so just extract my heart while you're at it. My glasses off. Hello, Daniel. And you talk about babies, all your new ferrets. How many ferrets do you have now? They're so cute. I had 2 ferrets for years, Kitty and Bear, 2 little white ferrets. I think over like a decade. They lived like 10, 11 years. But you just got 4 because you got some cute babies. All yours with a mask. I love them. So anyway, you got to be good at cleaning a litter box. You're gonna have ferrets, but they are amazing pets. I used to bring mine in my purse, carry them everywhere. They went everywhere with me. They have little harnesses. They're great. And I think, Daniel, you usually have just females. The males are twice the size of females. Females are much sweeter natured. The boys are much more adventurous and funny, but they are wonderful. Yep, you've got the girls. They're littler, but they're just precious. I was over at Daniel's house and just, God, couldn't stop cuddling him. So anyway, guys, that's what's going on this month. I'm going to say everyone needs to take a salt bath, like tomorrow. Salt bath. Ward your properties. Simple wards are salt across the doorways, salt across the windowsills. The more elaborate. Okay, Aaliyah. Yeah, health issues are big. Everyone's struggling here too. Oh, I knew you could. Yeah. So how do I ward a property? And if you email me at lenhard@comcast.net and just put in the search or in this topic rather subject sage papers, cleansing papers. I'll send you my sage, salt bath, and warding papers. They all kind of go together. But warding our properties is something that we don't think about, and we need to while we're keeping ourselves clear and our homes clear. We need to also keep our properties warded, and that is to say, like a gate, like a fence. That's a ward. You don't cross here. Do not trespass sign. That's a ward. Telling you now, not just a warning. It's a ward. Do not trespass. Private property, ward. And that's what you want to think about when you're thinking of warding. That's exactly what you're saying. You're saying this is where public property ends and private property begins, and you don't cross. So simple wards, like I said, Salt, hello. Salt, he's a little better than he was last week. He was so needy last week. People ask about the bluing. I sell bluing, little cubes. That's very old hoodoo, and it's mixed with water. And a big part of cleansing was keeping your front stoop and walkway clear. And I shared a video, I think, on that as well on my Talisman Cauldron page. You sweep always towards the street. You bring everything out to the street. Okay, so when you sweep out, and then they take bluing and literally douse the front steps in that, and again sweep towards the street. That was, I think, typically done on a Sunday. Now you can also do the same thing if you're under attack, and people have been under attack. And I don't talk a lot like that, but I have to say it's happening. or people are just coming at people, and that it's too precise, and it's happening in such a rhythm that it's not nature or circumstance or it's literally someone is thank you systematically. It's like someone pounding on the door. Imagining a battering ram, like when you see those movies, they're trying to storm the castle, and they got the big ram and they're battering it, and then they pull back, and then they batter it, and then they pull back. That's what it feels like when you're under psychic attack. It's just, it doesn't let up. So, because they're trying to come in. Don't talk about this a lot, but there's a couple of very, very potent things you can do. Now, simple things, again, the salt. A mirror, always at the front door. Hey, Karen. Bluing. Yep. It was used. It used to be sold as also in Mexican magic. They're little bluing balls, but they're made whites whiter. So there again, see, it makes whites whiter. So sympathetic magic is it brings things into light. It makes things pure. It lightens things up. So that's where that affiliation to spiritual cleansing became connected. We know salt is a disinfectant, right? You go to the salt water, it heals your wounds. So there's a reason that we use things magically. There's always a sympathetic reason for that. That energies attract, and energies are similar, and energies work. They cross purposes, but they don't cross. They don't contradict each other. So, for example, I always tell people, if you're going to buy a hematite ring, or you're going to buy a opalite, an opalite opens you up, opens up your third eye, opens up your crown chakra, great for meditations, angel contact, any kind of work in the ethereal you want to do, right? Opens you up. You want to wear that when you're wearing a hematite ring, because hematite ring is just the opposite. Close you down, protect you, ground you. Again, help you with that absorbing negativity, keep it away from you. When you open yourself up to the etheric, you're also opening yourself up to the potential of attack. You've got to do these things very, very protected now more than ever. If you're doing any kind of remote viewing or astral projection, make sure you are protected. Getting back to warding your home. Okay. A mirror in your front foyer. Anything facing any big picture. We want it to be pointing out. So if someone's looking in at you, sending you negative energy, it just, again, mirrors are just right back out. Wearing a piece of obsidian around your heart chakra. Obsidian being a type of Mexican volcanic glass, where most of it comes from anyway. The scrying mirrors that are obsidian glass slags are from Mexico. But again, it redirects that energy. And I always say, if somebody is sending me positive energy, oh my God, I love that shop. Oh, I can't wait to go. Oh, I'm so happy. Great, send that back. You're sending back all that positive energy, all those good vibes. And then, just the opposite. Oh, I hate that store. Wish it would burn down. Can't stand seeing that kind of shit here. Oh, send that back too. You can keep that as well. So I love working with mirrors. Yep, that's really important. So more complex, more detailed things after you cleanse your house. And there's always an order. You should take a salt bath, clear yourself. I like doing things on Sundays. For some people, it's Monday, depending on how you see the beginning of the week. But Sunday, Monday are good for those things. And then you want to clear your house with sage. Okay, I'm not going to go over how we do that. Again, write to me. I'll send you my papers. And then you ward the property. So I have someone who's actually building a house. So it's very, very interesting. We're talking about this because he came in today and bought some black salt. They've actually got the foundation. They've dug the piers, and they'll be pouring a foundation soon. But they've got everything roped off. So his foundation is. So I said, so you go 10 feet out where the foundation is going to be, right? 10 feet out, and then just go clockwise with your black salt, and then just from your heart, this will be my home. This is a safe place. It's very important to him. I guess he wants to make sure that the animals, with all the construction that's gone on, that wildlife comes back to the property. So, again, I will live in conjunction with the land. I will not put chemicals on my lawn. I want this to be a safe place, a haven, a refuge, but this is my property. Negativity is not welcome here. And so he'll do it his way. But that's one way of warding a property from the get-go. God, I'm sorry. I always do this. I eat and then I'm, hiccuping and my goodness. So anyway, I was rushing. Now another way, if you feel you're under attack, a couple of things. One way, if you're a woman who gets her period, when you're cleansing and you're beginning, you always start the front door, right? We go around 3 times. This is my home. Anything positive can stay. Anything negative must go. You can call in St. Michael. You can call in whoever you work with, your angels, whoever your deity is. But you set your intention at the front door. And if you are truly under attack, you take a tampon that has been used, your own tampon, your own blood, and you go over the top of the door lintel like a marker. And you just go right across. And then under the front door where the ledge is there, the sill, you go under that. No one can see this. It shouldn't be visible, okay? But you take it and you go right across with the blood, up and then here. And you actually create, like, the only thing magically in witchcraft that is a substitute for menstrual blood is iron, and it is considered a poor substitute at that. Nothing magically is stronger than your own menstrual blood. Okay, and I'm really getting into the witchcraft stuff here, which is my passion and my love. And people have been asking about classes and workshops, and I can't have time. And honestly, I don't like teaching online, but these videos have become very important to me. I've been doing it for 5 years now. I'll work off of these, and I'll build off of these. We'll write in the comments, and we've been doing a pretty good job the past year or so of really using this as a teaching tool, and not just for tarot, but for other things. So, you want to remember that. And the other thing you can do, and I'm pretty sure I talked about this before, so please forgive me. I forget who I talk to what about sometimes. Hey, Dina. Okay, so a situation a few years ago, someone had opened up a new restaurant a while ago. We've been a functional restaurant. I've been in business for a while, doing extremely well. European restaurant. And they were doing really well. And then all of a sudden, and the wife had come in to see me, as always is the wives, our business isn't doing so well, and I don't know what's going on. I said, okay. And she's all of a sudden, and she goes, people literally pull in the driveway. Our driveway was packed. Our parking lot was packed. They pull in like they're going to come in. They circle around and they go right back out again. Like no one's coming in the restaurant. Yeah. What else can you tell me? She goes, nothing. I said, nothing weird going on outside, nothing. She goes, well, yeah, something kind of weird. Someone keeps breaking eggs. Like they had a big covered walkway, in front of the restaurant, in front of the big door, breaking eggs on our walkway. I'm like, oh? Like, yes, how many eggs? Oh, it's funny you say that, but it's like, it was 8 eggs, like 8 eggs broken every day. Like, I said, what are you doing to clean those up? So we clean up the next morning. We clean up, we bring them inside, put them in the garbage. I'm like, you bring them inside. It's like, yeah. Okay, rookie error. Never bring anything inside. The trick or treat, the expression trick or treat. Well, that's called laying a trick. And usually you put tricks where they can't be found. And hedges around the front door. This was a very bold attack. But it was an attack for sure. And I said, okay, someone is literally sealing off your door foot entranceway, and you're bringing it in, right? So I said, here's what you're going to do. I said, you and your husband are going to, just have faith in me here. Early in the morning, get up and pee in a cup. Each of you, your first morning urine. That's called chamber water. Okay, literally from the chamber pots, chamber water. You're going to take that and put it in a big bucket, and you're going to mix it with, water, hot water, full bucket of water. You're going to go to the restaurant And I said, you're going to take that water and you're going to, again, before 5 o'clock in the morning, before daybreak, which is at daybreak, and you're going to throw that water across that whole entranceway, okay? And you're going to sweep it out towards the street, like I told you earlier with the bluing, and you're going to shift the energy. And she goes, I mean, luckily when people come to see me, they don't, because I'm not charging them money. I'm not telling them, I'll go there and I'll lift it for like $2,000. And I wouldn't do that in a million years. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Like, here, do this, right? And so she came back in a week later, business was back on, everything was good. I said, anyone dares throw something on your property again, you never bring it inside. You always off the property. You never bring it into you. Out, okay? Don't let it in. Like, wait, they have to be invited in for negative energies. Well, yeah, but you're inviting things in when you open the door and bring them inside. It doesn't always have to be living or spectral or something on the astral. It can be as simple as an egg that's filled with intention. And eggs are very magical as well, for good and for bad. You did, Aaliyah. You did ask me that question. Okay. Okay. Well, first of all, if you're doing dark magic, you're doing what you're doing. You're walking in dark territories. So if you're doing dark magic, before you do dark magic, A, know who you're working with, and B, how do you protect yourself while working with that entity or that energy? And that's something I can't tell you because that's a big realm of possibility. Okay. But I wouldn't touch dark magic before I knew how to protect myself. That's like getting ready to jump out of a plane and say, oh, by the way, how do I open this parachute? This is the first time putting it on. Is it? Oh, and then they push you off the hill. Is it even on correctly? There I go off the plane. So yeah, Sandra. And I'm not saying there's no time and a place for dark magic. I'm just saying before you even touch that, know who you're working with, who you calling in, what are you calling in, how do you send it back? We always say what's easily summoned isn't always easily banished. And then how do you protect yourself? You have to know all of that before you get involved. Okay? Do you need to do any kind of offerings? Do you need to fast? What is required of you before you ask those favors or go after what it is you're looking for? There's always an exchange of energy. So that's the other thing. And you want to be in control of that. You don't want anything else in control of the exchange of energy, right? So another way to ward the property. You know what though? I don't put a big. Okay, so Aaliyah is saying about an actor had nightmares for a month. He called or summoned. Again, well, he's fucking doing. Again, Aaliyah, what is the energy? What is the energy? Who are we talking about? It could be like a long lost cousin that wants to move out once they move in. They may stay with you forever. And once they're comfortable, why would they want to leave? If you've made things hospitable, why would they want to leave? If you can't banish it, don't summon it. That's the thing. And I'll tell you what, I from the very beginning, I've told people I've got people I send in. I don't go into that. I've got kids, I've got pets. I'm not bringing it home with me. It's not in my store, and I know how it's done without having done it myself. I don't. I'm not buying that, Aaliyah. I'm not. I think if he literally did something, a lot of people who are deeply ingrained Christian will just almost as a knee jerk have nightmares. It's got to be demonic possession. If they get sick, if something bad happens, if they have a nightmare. But it's also Christian guilt is very powerful. And that's the other thing. If you're going to carry that weight, I've said that before. I've had people come in the shop. I was just telling someone today. And they come in and they're like, oh, I heard you do readings. You do. I'm like, I do, yeah. Oh, I've always wanted one, but I don't know. I grew up and they always told me it was a sin. And I don't know. Like, I'm going to help you right now. I'm not going to give you a reading. Like, what? I'm like, no. First of all, I don't need your $5. And second of all, I'm not going to help you sin. If you harbor feelings that it's bad or negative, I'm not going to help you with that. Don't get a reading. I don't need to read you. Nobody needs a reading. You need to eat, sleep, breathe, go to the bathroom, eventually die, pay your taxes. You don't need a reading. No one needs a reading. Okay? Lastly, warding the property. I want to get back to that quickly. I like to use railroad spikes in the corners. And again, if you're in a city property where you actually have a lot that's manageable, but if you're on acres of land, usually you go out like 20 feet from the house, 30 feet from the house. You'll see where it makes sense to you to create an invisible boundary. Okay. For railroad spikes, unless you've got some weird shaped property, I like a railroad spike in each corner. I use 4 dimes. You can use obsidian stone as well. I like dimes, facing upward, with the faces up. And again, your urine, morning urine. And you start right-hand corner, front of the property, pound in your stake and well below grade, because that thing pops up with frost, gonna kill your lawnmower. Pop off the grass, put the dime facing up, pour a little bit of that urine, put the grass back, the side back over the spike, pat it down, and then take the black salt I was telling you earlier, and then go to the next corner of the property. Same thing, spike, dime, urine, pour, cover, black salt, but make a closed circuit. All right, and again, that's how you ward. You can also set wards in place. Simple wards are chimes, gargoyles, statues that are near your front. You charge them with protection. There's ways to do wards that actually will go out and look for things, almost like drones that will circle. It's a higher level of magic, but it can be done. Witches' balls are often used too. All right. So with all that's going on right now, and this, if you feel you are under oppression, that someone is really coming at you, those are things you want to do. And again, I have papers written about it, so please write to me, email me, lenhart@comcast.net. I'll get you out the protection papers. Okay. I'm not saying he's lying. I'm just saying that, I don't put a big store in that. I really don't. How would I protect fertility? Well, the stone I like for that is it begins with an E. It's green and pink. Wow, went right on my head. I mean, I'm not big on people touching my belly. When I had 4 kids, I wasn't big on people touching me, honestly. And babies, I again wasn't big on people kissing or touching my babies unless they were close family, and certainly not when they're newborns. I didn't crave my kid all over the place. Pretty sure fertility. I mean, it depends on who you work with. And there's angels, and there's in the Christian realm. There's Mother Mary, of course, the great mother. I mean, pray to her for fertility always, if that's where you go. Pagan path, there's deity, Isis, Bridget, Freya. Not the warrior. Then they'll see like the warrior goddesses, not so much. For fertility, you'd want to bring in. I would have plants in my home, anything that's fertile, growing, flowering. That's all part of it. Unakite, that's the stone, not EU. Unakite, that's the stone I would carry. I like that stone for fertility. Had a funny thing happen a few years back. I went through 2 years of infertility myself, and so people don't know this, but Benadryl helps with pregnancy, getting pregnant. It loosens mucus. Okay, so it makes it easier ride for the sperm. So taking 2 tablespoons of Benadryl before you have sex. So this man came in the shop one night, and it was like 6 o'clock at night. He was this big black man. He was gorgeous and sweet, and he was like, I've never been into this. I'm here. I know you guys do healing, so maybe you're a witch. I don't know, but my wife is nervous. She's having a hard time getting pregnant. We're trying, and what do you got here? Do you have anything I can give her to carry, or a stone, or? And I'm like, well, I gotta tell you, try Benadryl. And he's like, what? And so there was this lady waiting for me, and she was sitting in a chair by the corner there. And she said, oh, I heard that. I have to chime in. And she goes, I had a Benadryl baby. So she came in and we're talking, and she's like, yep, I couldn't get pregnant. I was having all these problems, and 2 months in, I said, Benadryl. She goes, it makes everything slippery and everything moves better, and just have sex, put your feet up on the headboard, and relax for half an hour until just chill out and elevate her legs. And sure enough, so that is one thing. I mean, sometimes fertility is about health and diet and making sure you're healthy, so that's a big part of it too. I need to think more about that in terms of magic and herbs and things you can do. But anything that loosens the mucous membranes is going to help you get pregnant. All right, and anything that tends to be very fertile in terms of plants. Oh, think of like spider plants, all the babies hanging off of them. You want that kind of energy around you. Bunnies, rabbits, very fertile, right? But I'm with you on that. I'm not a big. Not everyone needs to be in your auric field. Roughly 3 feet out. When I worked for mental health, they taught us swing room, like because I worked in a shelter, I worked for the state. But you always give somebody room if they swung on you, that you could easily, you should be out of swing room, as they say. We learned that early on. So, and that goes the other way too. People should be out of your etheric realm, your etheric field, which is basically 3 feet out from your person. So, put your arm out, and no one needs to be any closer than that. We shouldn't be, unless you really trust them. And some people just have lovely energy, and that's fine. If you're in a place, I am, people always want to hug, and I'm there for that. It's not my nature, but I also know it's my role. People need comfort, so you want to protect your heart chakra. So I wear a pentacle, but right about where you salute the flag, right here. This is your heart chakra, and you take your psychic hits here. Protection oil. If you're a Christian, wear a cross. If you're Buddhist, wear the Om. What you want, if you a stone, again, I love obsidian. Great stone for this because it's that mirror. That mirror effect, pushing that energy back at people. I've got 3 different thoughts in my head. I'm sorry. That's why I'm verbally hemming and hawing. Guy used to sell the coolest. They weren't scapulas, but they looked like scapulas. And there were 2 images of Saint Michael, little medallions, and you wore them, and they went over and they were front and back. So you had one here at the opening of the heart chakra, and one behind the shoulder blades, the other opening of the heart chakra. Our chakra is open front to back. So when someone stabs you in the back, they're literally stabbing you in the heart chakra, and the same thing when you're stabbed, you take that painful in the heart. That's the heart chakra. Hey, my brother's here. Hey, Mike. Talk about St. Michael, and my brother shows up. There you go. So anyway, that's my oldest boy's middle name. So always one of my favorite names in the world. Oh no, they well, because I'm in the shop, I hear everything. But yeah, fertility, love, luck, money. The thing is that sometimes people want to do all of this at once, and I always say, if you're having money problems, that's the first thing you want to always address, because there's something about being broke that there's a desperate energy to it. Most people who are really down to the last pennies have a very sucking energy. You can feel it, and it's unpleasant. People feel it, and they don't like it. So it's not really the best time to meet new people. And what kind of people are you going to meet anyways? Who are you going to meet when you're, can't afford to go out to eat dinner, you can't afford to go out for drinks, you can't afford to, pay your bills? Where are you going? What kind of people are you going? Where are you going to go that's going to be bringing you up? Where are you going to go that you're going to meet people who bring you up? You're not. Deal with your money issues first. Love second. Okay, that's the truth. You fix your money problems, and you usually fix your love problems right along with them. And then that's your luck. Okay. Oh, what else, guys? Anything? Anybody have any questions? We got running conversation going here. Anybody else have anything you want to talk about? Just give people a chance to write a comment, or because I'll go right into Tarotscopes. I don't mind. I wouldn't mind get going on those. I mean, that's the thing with having the shop. It's all I talk about, all I eat, sleep, and breathe all day long. So it's what I read, it's what I research, it's what I write about. So it does put me in a little different situation. All right, well, let's do Tarotscopes. I'm going to do something different this month. Okay. And that is, I'm going to do a new month tarot spread. Okay. Since it's the 2nd of June. And it's a 4-card spread. So the first card, and it goes like this. I'm going to show you the picture here. Okay. I know you're reading it backwards. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The first card at the bottom is the main theme of the month. The second card to the left is past influences affecting the month. The third card top, roadblocks of the month. And the fourth card to the right is possibilities of the month. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. If nobody has any questions, and we can always chime in as I'm reading here. Who did I start with last night? You might think I would know this, but I think I started Pisces. Who did I start with last week? Anybody remember? Let somebody say something, please. It was Pisces, right? Yep. Okay, there you go. I'm trying to make myself remember, but honestly. Okay, so 4 cards. Anyone who's new is I do try to read to teach, so I'm going to tell you how I interpret the cards. I'm going to tell you what cards I'm pulling, and invite you, please, if you read tarot, to pull the cards yourself. See how you interpret them. Okay, this is how I read the cards. Okay, so we're starting with Aries. Ready? Here we go. Okay, Aries. We have the main theme of June. For you, Aries, is the 4 of Cups. What do I want? What do I want? And you're tired. 4 of Cups, you're just tired. What the hell am I? What do I want? What am I doing? What do I want? And Aries is tired. You guys have been battered, man. You've been battered for months. Aries is just shit holding on. Past influence affecting this month is the 10 of Coins. Well, that's financial security. I want to say home and financial security is what's affecting this month. Okay, so how do you secure the home? How do you pay your bills? Your foundation. That's the 10 of Coins. Okay, but it's upright. It's upright, which just means you can do it. But this is what you need to be focused on. The roadblocks of the month. The 2 of Coins reversed. Now, the 2 of Coins reversed is actually a great card because the 2 of Coins upright is juggling money. Reversed, it's having money dispersed. It's but it's about managing your money. It's about having money, but then knowing how to manage it too. Now, unfortunately, Aries is known for retail therapy. Very much a, oh, I'll make money tomorrow, you know, spend it today. Because they are very, love Aries, but Aries energy is very almost innocent and childlike. And it's like, oh, that's so pretty. It's shiny. It's new. I want one. And it's like, yeah, but you got to pay the bills, you know? They can get caught up in, I'll figure that out later. And then later comes and, all right, that's a problem. So again, the idea of managing the money, not just making money, managing. And the possibilities of the month, which I don't love, is the Ten of Swords. Now that's a pretty shitty card, actually. That's only a possibility, and it ties back to money and emotional happiness. Okay, the Ten of Swords is that overwhelmed by your problems, overwhelmed by your problems. I mean, that's all I can. Ten of Swords, we all know that the average card, the typical Rider-Waite deck is prostrate and 10 swords in the back. Overwhelmed by your health issues. Swords are problems and illnesses, basically. Overwhelmed by health and problems. And the answer to that is really, what do you want, and managing your money. Knowing what you want emotionally, okay? And I'm going to say Aries, probably not an easy month for you, but I don't think it's an easy month for anybody. We're going to move on, but for Aries, again, it's all about managing minutia. You know, God is in the details. Well, managing all the little details, not letting things go, not letting things slip, not keeping things off. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll worry about that next week. And no, worry about that today. Okay? If you have a little health issue, take care of it. Go to the doctor. Don't let it become a big health issue. A lot of you are dealing with other people who have had issues that they ignored and became big health issues. And now that's another thing on your bucket list. It's on your pile, your overpiled plate, is the health issues of other people. All right? A lot of Aries out there are dealing with other people's bad decisions and not bad decisions. That's all I can say. And it doesn't mean that they're bad people. Hey, Pam. Okay, so that's Aries. Taurus. The main theme of the month for Taurus. Well, big surprise, the Four of Coins. How do I make more money? Past influence affecting the month. The Nine of Swords. Anxiety. Roadblocks of the month. The Two of Cups. And possibilities of the month. The Star reversed. Well, here's how I read these cards. So where Taurus is worried about money, anxious about money, and Taurus can do this. Taurus and Capricorn can do this. They can get so caught up in providing the security that they forget that people need attention, like their partner needs to actually connect with them. They need to actually go out, have fun, go to a movie, sit down, talk, spend time. So they're busy chasing the dollars, and the partner's like, you never have time for me. I'm out of this. And it's like, no, I'm doing all of this for us. No, you're not. It feels like you're doing it for you. And it does. It can feel that way, even though you're doing it for the two of you, building a future, building a foundation. But if you never go out, if you never have fun, if you never spend time, it's not going to feel that way to your partner. So in this case, I'm going to say for Taurus, you can lose the person you're doing it for by forgetting the fact that you're friends, by forgetting the fact that you should be best friends with your partner, that you should be talking to somebody. And that's what I'm thinking where that becomes a roadblock is I don't see the person doing it to you. I'm just going to say you may be over anxious about money and not giving the person you care most about your time. So Taurus, think about that. Okay. All right, Gemini. Gemini, the main theme of the month is the Lovers reversed. Past influences affecting are the Three of Coins reversed. The roadblock, the Hierophant, and the possibilities, the King of Swords reversed. Of all the signs, Gemini has to have variety. They die in boredom. They die when things are just the same. Some signs, the fixed signs, love it. Virgo likes no surprises. Taurus tends to like no surprises. Consistency, and those words are like music some signs' ears. And for a Gemini, it's like you may as well just shoot them in the head. Same thing every day, the same meal every day. Some people love me. Oh, on Friday we go to this restaurant at 7:00, our place. We do this on our anniversary. We do this, and it's the same routine. And that's how you really kill romance with Gemini. Because you don't provide them with new conversations, new stimuli. That's why later in life, Scorpio and Gemini find each other, because they inspire those heavy conversations and that quest for adventure that live in both of them. So the way I read these cards is basically Gemini doing their best to live within a pattern. The Hierophant is predictable behavior, institutional behavior. And I just don't know if it was tied into maybe doing an office job you didn't enjoy that much, boundaries, limits are put on you, possibly in a marriage as well. This idea of being bound by tradition really not working for you. And it may not just be for you. Maybe you're watching one of your kids make mistakes in their marriages. And I hear that this was a big theme this week, by the way, where it's like, why is my son with this girl? None of his friends like her. She's not a pleasant person. He won't cut her loose. Why is my daughter taking up with this guy? He's nothing like us. We're an Italian family. We like social. We like, and you're picking someone who doesn't like that, who's antisocial, who won't join in. So it may be that it's not so much you, Gemini, is you're watching someone you care about do this. One of your kids is doing this, and you're like, you're making the same mistakes. Don't do that. And the thing about Gemini, because they're an air sign, sometimes you say things, and it doesn't come out the way you mean them, or maybe you think you're being sarcastic, but you're just being mean. King of Swords reversed. So it's this idea of telling someone without hurting them with the information. And it can be really hard and frustrating. So it is really Gemini looking at the confines, the restrictions, feeling like, this is what I need to do, or this is what needs to happen. But there's a throwback to a time where those parameters, let's say, were very restricted, more like a cage. So there's that too, okay? I mean, some people hate working in an office. They hate it. The idea of being in a cubicle, the idea of going, to the same job 9 to 5. And then other people are like, no, I love the routine. I go to work, I clock in, I clock out, I get my paycheck. They love that. Someone like me who's had 4 businesses, no, not so much. But it's really who you are inside. But in this case, yeah, it's that idea of just do what you have to do and do what you're supposed to do. But then there's locking yourself down to things that don't work, or things that don't, like I say, and we see it, and I'll let it go. I'm not trying to beat a dead horse, but a lot of times people get married and they're like, I got married for better or for worse, and I'm not leaving this marriage. And I see women and men going through horrible abuses. It's actually another been a theme past couple of weeks too, of like, you could leave. Oh, I'm not doing that. I won't go. It's like, I'm not telling you have to go. I'm just saying you could. I'm not telling you what to do. But some people become so constricted It's interesting. There's some walk there. That's fun. Weird. We've had some weird. We've seen shadows and orbs and shit pass through here, but that was really weird over in that corner. But they're so locked to the idea of marriage becoming like a prison, you know, and it wasn't meant to be that way. But if you decide to bind yourself to something and you're bound to somebody who's abusing you, or you're bound to somebody who's not taking advantage, or, you know, no one can help you with that, then you've bound yourself to your prison. All right? But that can be just, for a Gemini, that's torture to watch. And they can do it, but they long for freedom. Gemini, Aquarius, and Sagittarius long for freedom. They need a partner that will get in the car and go. They need somebody who will, you know, run with them, talk with them, stay up all night long, watch shows, and, you know, that's what they need. They want that back and forth. I know I'm giving Gemini a lot of time, but it's their birthday month, so we'll focus on Gemini, okay? That's the stuff that feeds a Gemini's soul. Not about the money you spend on them, it's about the time you give to them and the quality of that time. All right? Gemini's that sign where if Taurus is working, and not, that's where you're going to lose a Gemini. Gemini's like, I'm not here for that. I'm not here to sit home and, you know, there you go. My brother, the Gemini, is agreeing. Okay, so here we go. Cancer. Main theme of the month, strength reversed. Past influences affecting the month, the Six of Wands reversed. Roadblock of the month, the World reversed. Possibilities of the month, Page of Coins. All right, this reads kind of easily. Cancer, first of all, you may not be feeling so well. You may not be feeling energetically all that. So it's probably very ironic that you're being called on to make some changes creatively. Big changes, potentially, that bring in more money at a time when you really don't have the energy for it. If you're working on a big project, you're probably in the last part of the project where you're just really exhausted, and you're bringing it home, you're bringing it in online, but or on time rather, and in budget, but you're probably exhausted doing it. If you've been sick, you're probably the last part of your recuperation, waiting to go back to work, you know, and you will. The Page of Coins is saying you will. It's possibly sometime this month, you know, the Page of Coins, money or news of money coming in. But it has been a slog. Things have changed. Your world has changed. It won't go back to being the way it was. You need to alter the way you do things creatively. There's some changes. Maybe the workplace is shifting. Maybe your work responsibilities have shifted. But to move forward, it's going to require that. And then there's a reward. There's a reward for the changes, okay? But for Cancer, it's at a time when you probably don't have the energy and thinking, oh, what now? You know? The last thing you want to do is, you know, deal with changes and being creative and when you don't feel like it. And also, again, like I said, nightmares, bad dreams, sleeping problems, all that stuff that's coming in too. This month came in with some pretty heavy energy. And then someone says, oh, here, quickly, run down the hall and, you know, do some jumping jacks and, you know, redo this spreadsheet. And it's not what you want to hear. It's not what you want to hear. It's not what you have the energy for. And it feels like it's coming from you from work, not from home, not emotional, but it's sapping your strength. But I want to say there's a reward for it. Okay, that's the good news. All right, Leo. Oh boy, Leo, main theme month, Six of Coins reversed, bills need to be paid. Past influences, Eight of Swords. Roadblocks, Page of Wands reversed. Possibilities, Six of Cups. All right, well, the main theme of the month, again, bills need to be paid. Six of Coins reversed, money's due. The past influences, Eight of Swords, mourning, deep sadness, pulling yourself out of a depression, depressive energy, past influences coming forward, affecting the month. Leo, something from your past, something maybe a decision you're making that you made that's weighing on you now. There's some regrets. It reminds me of a woman who maybe lost a baby or didn't carry a baby, and now she's going to all these baby showers or something, and just that sense of, grief. There's grief there. The Eight of Swords is often called the miscarriage card, but it's where you really wanted something to happen, and it just didn't. It just didn't happen. Roadblocks of the month. Well, Page of Wands reversed. Now, where creative opportunities are being offered to Cancer, they're not being offered to you. So you got to pay more. You got to pay the bills, and there's no new easy avenues for that to happen. However, what is in front of you as a possibility, the Six of Cups is leaving home. You may either be doing some traveling before, possibly, or maybe scouting out some new places to live. Leo, you may be looking at where you want to relocate next to. Maybe where you're dealing with this stagnant, sad energy is, let me get out of here and change your location, you change the energy. Sometimes when it's just bad luck and bad memories and bad breakup and bad, get out. Leave the state. Get out of that house. Get out of the area. Go as far as you can. Get out. Leave the area. Leave the energy. Change the energy. Fresh energy. New energy. All right? Because nothing is changing. But even if it's a matter of, I can't do it now, but I'm going to go visit Texas, Houston. I've always wanted to go see it, and let's see what it's like. Maybe it's just a matter of just seeing a new area and thinking, all right, when I can go next year or here, but it may be you can go sooner than you think. You might be surprised. Time to start exploring that. Okay? In this case, you'll do what you got to do because Leo's responsible. But the idea of, I don't think I want to do it anymore, and I certainly don't want to do it here. All right, Virgo. The main theme of the month of Virgo is the Queen of Cups reverse. Past influences, Queen of Wands. Roadblocks, King of Cups reverse. Possibilities, Five of Wands reverse. Man. What's interesting, like I said to you earlier, I'm not changing the cards or the reading. I said I see a lot of Virgos this week. Virgo's just tired. Virgo's tired of bringing their energy to the table and nobody's listening. Virgo's tired of bringing in their A game, and it's like a little different than Leo. Not the same, okay? Because Virgo's like, I've done everything right. I don't have bills to pay. I've done everything correctly. You people are fuck-ups, And it just feels like a very low energy around you, Virgo. It feels like it's depressing you. I want to say this is not you. The Queen of Wands is who you really are. That past energy, hardworking, industrious, creative. Virgo's always the first one to volunteer. They're always the ones that want to get the job done and do it right, and cheer everybody else on. Okay, we're all going to do our part, and they pull the project together. I love Virgo energy. Virgo is great in a team because they're not like, okay, I'm going to be the coordinator and you're all the workers. No. Virgo's like, roll up our sleeves. We're all in this one. Love that about Virgo. Okay. But Virgo's working with people that just can't keep up or don't want to keep up. And here's the deal. The possibilities, when I look at this Five of Wands reversed, that's someone who wants to get off the hamster wheel. The Five of Wands is the same conversation, the same energy, the same argument, the same debate. Virgo's like, no, I'm done. I'm done having these conversations with you. Okay? You match my energy or leave the room. And I think Virgo is looking at, again, where's my energy best suited? Whether it's career, and Wands is a very creative card, but it's also, the Queen of Wands is that everyone likes you. You're a hard worker. You're the person that people like to see in the office. you know, it's a great card, friendly, a good friend, you know. But I want to say Virgos look at their environment, the people around them in this case, not so much the physical environment, but the people, and say, I gotta change my crowd. This tribe is not reflecting my vibe. All right. I want to say that's what Virgo's looking at. Okay. Who they're working with, who they're talking to, who they're friends with. Looking at everything very skeptically. All right. Libra. All right, Libra. The main theme of the month for Libra. Yikes. The Queen of Swords reversed. Past influences, the Nine of Cups. The roadblocks, the Seven of Cups. And the possibilities, the Ace of Wands reversed. Well, interesting. The main theme of the month, the Queen of Swords reversed. I'm just trying to put these here at the Seven of Cups. This isn't so much, it's a little like Virgo, but it's different. This is Libra. One of two things. Libra is either allowing people around them to bring them down. And this is interesting because Virgo is like, I need to elevate. They need to match my vibe. Where Libra is kind of like sinking to a low. Like, honey, you're in the swamp and they're sucking you down. All right. And so I'm going to say Libra acting out of character, becoming bitter and maybe a little manipulative. Maybe, the Queen of Swords is like a female bully. So again, that'd be, or Libra is dealing with somebody who's like that, who I want to say at one time, past influence, Nine of Cups, wishes coming true. Maybe it's somebody you either partnered with, and I say that in a business sort of way, or in a, like, this is really good. In the past, it was really good. And sometimes when, things are really good in the past, whether it's a relationship or a friendship, or we're like, okay, if I just wait long enough, they'll turn around. I had someone today, excuse me, they worked, I'm so sorry. I'm drinking 7-Up, which is actually making things worse. Worked for someone for 27 years. 27 years. And she's been sick now herself, but she's been with this company 27 years. And all of a sudden, not calling her in, there's no contracts, there's no openings. She's, why for 27 years is she not using me anymore? Granted, she's having surgery, she's sick, but she's like, I think you're done. I think this person's done with the company, but again, it's that not understanding someone else's energy. Why is your energy changing? So waiting for someone to change back, okay, but if I wait long enough, they'll be good again. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that honeymoon period or those first few years of a business, there's always that time that things are great and then not so great. And I even said, have you noticed that person's been a little off? Have you noticed that they've not been as attentive over the past? Well, yeah, you've seen, shift of energy, shift of mood, moody. Yeah. Okay. Now I saw a different situation. I'm not going to go into that right now because it was her reading, but something happening at home that was affecting work and business. But the point is, you Libra may be dealing with someone that, you're hoping. I'm looking at this 7 of Cups. Roadblocks is waiting for something to happen that's going to let you know what to do next. You're letting someone else decide how you're going to move forward. Letting someone else's mood swing, or willingness to open up, or willingness to move forward, or willingness, and they're letting it. And now I don't think so. Why do I say that? Because the possibilities, the Ace of Wands reversed, is a break of business partnership. Not, if that's Ace of Wands reversed. So I'm seeing creative break. I'm seeing creative differences. So maybe it was good in the beginning, good for a while, but things have changed. Maybe you're seeing that person's true authentic self. People keep that shit to themselves for a long time sometimes. But if you're waiting for someone to show you their true colors, I think they already have, Libra. And I'm going to say, if it's the other way around, that you're letting other people around you bring you down. Don't do that. That's not very Libra, and that's not as likely. Although what this may be doing is making you not the upbeat, happy. Libra loves friendship. It rules the house of partnership and marriage. So Libra, more of all, anybody knows how to partner and loves partnering, loves working as part of a group, and but one-on-one is best. Very few Libras don't want to get married. Very few Libras don't want to. They like company. They like they like opening their home to their friends. They really do. All right, so don't let this get you down. Don't let someone else slow you up, but also don't let them bring you down to their level. Okay, Libra? It may not be a real good color on you. All right, Scorpio. Oh, main theme of the month is the Sun reversed. The past influence is affecting the Three of Wands reversed. The roadblock of the month, Seven of Wands. And the possibilities of the month are the Page of Swords reversed. Okay. Well, I don't like the Sun reversed next to the Page of Swords reversed. Because if you've been worried about a young person, there may be some not good news. I'm saying that because I'm looking at the Three of Wands reversed. So let's say if you have a kid who's in school and you're not sure if they did well, and the grades have come in, now you're like, well, they didn't do well. And by the way, they don't think they want to go back to school. That could be one way of looking at these cards. And I say that again, that Seven of Wands can also be an education card. I don't know what I want to do, but I know I don't want to be in school anymore. So that's one way of looking at these cards. It does feel like a young person doesn't really know what they want. That's one way. The other thing that could be, but doesn't feel as authentic, is at work. And that's been a recurring theme for Scorpio is again, the Sun reverse, a sense of this isn't what I want, this isn't what I meant to do, this isn't what I don't see it in a field where it's like I want to study more, take more classes, take more stupid. It's basically it's what I need to do for now. Stop it, Orlando, please stop. Come on. I just, for Scorpio, this month feels like a month of really closing, not closing up the walls, but setting the wards. Like setting. I'm putting things in motion and ready for bad news. Ready for disappointment. It doesn't feel like it's. You kind of see it coming of Scorpio, so you know it's coming, right? It just feels like, okay, I knew this wasn't going to work out. That's how these cards. I knew that wasn't going to work out. I knew that was a bad idea. But you didn't say anything because you can't. You got to let people try and do what they say they want to do. And if it's a work-related thing personally, it's like you knew this wasn't what you did it because you need to do it. You're not saying anything. Page of Swords reverse is not complaining. It's being quiet. Noreen, yay! I need to call you. I need to call you, Noreen. Yes. Please text me so we can talk and we'll get a time, okay? It took me 4 days to get back to my son this week. It's been crazy, but cool. I want to talk to you, please. All right. Plan for the best, prepare for the worst. I guess that's how I would say Scorpio. I don't think it's gonna be disastrous. I don't think it's to be unexpected. It's not a financial loss. It's not a security loss. I think you knew it was coming. Yeah, there you go. Right again as usual, Scorpio. Sometimes it just sucks to be Scorpio. But then again, they don't like surprises either. You know, just not their favorite thing. All right, Sagittarius. Eight of Wands reversed. Main theme. Oh, come on, buddy. Stop now. Come on out. Eight of Wands reversed. Focus on work. Past influences. Tower reversed. Roadblocks. Temperance reversed. Oh, Judgment reversed. Excuse me. Judgment reversed. And the possibility of 7 of coins. All right. This is not terrible. Not terrible for Sag. You know, Sag, you may have shot yourself in the foot, though. In the past, you did something that now you gotta deal with the repercussions. You did it. You did it. You chose it. You know, fired the gun. And now you gotta focus on rebuilding. And I'm gonna say again, and it was interesting. I remember Sag from last week. Don't repeat your mistakes, and that's kind of a theme again, Sag. Don't repeat your mistakes. This Judgment reverse is telling me that roadblocks is bad judgment. You know, again, you know, you. What was the word I used for Gemini? Because Sag and Aquarius can be the same way, but very spontaneous, but very move faster than you needed to on something, or fuck out of here, okay. He's out of his mind today. I love the possibilities because the 7 of coins is telling me there's new ways to make money, new ways to, and again, that's a good card. 7 of coins is, so focus on that. You want to focus on something else, possibly a mistake, possibly an unfair situation you had to pull the plug on, but then it's also impacting whatever anger, whatever residual is impacting where you really should be focusing. 8 of Wands reversed on your career. That's the main theme. Focus on career, creativity, and ways to make money. 7 of coins. Focus on that creativity, not on the past. Move out of the past. Let go of it. Let go of it. Okay? There. That's Sag. All right. Oh my God. You can stay over there. All right. Big bird. All right. Capricorn. How was work? Did you bring up some waters? Oh, you're the best. Thank you, honey. Bringing up things of water. You know, up 3 flights of stairs is no small thing. So, all right, Capricorn. Main theme: 8 of Cups. Woo-woo! Trip, travel, move. Past influences. The Empress. That is such a Capricorn card. Roadblock of the month is the Devil. Possibilities are the 4 of Wands. So how do I read these cards? Well, 8 of Cups is awesome. Main theme: travel, getting away, getting out of the house, leaving home. Past influences, the Empress. Man, that is doing your job, being responsible, taking care of everybody, being a good steward or stewardess of finance and money and good career. Responsible. The Empress is the responsible woman, the practical mother. I would say, you know, the Empress's sister is the High Priestess, the impractical, but the etheric, you know, and then Empress is like, let's make sure everyone's eating, okay? You know, dreams and astrology are lovely, but let's make sure everybody's eating, you know, clean clothes, please. Everybody's got their needs met, right? You know, then we worry about the other stuff. Roadblock of the month is the Devil. And the possibly the 4 of Wands, which is lovely for wonderful sense of celebration, especially with career. But group celebration, like, you know. So when I look at this roadblock, I think of what comes to my mind would be, I've got a vacation planned in June, for the end of June. We have a big presentation that we're giving the board of directors before the fiscal year ends, right? June 30th. We've got our team together. I've got the team organized. It's all set to go so I can leave on my vacation. What's our roadblock? Is this guy right here, the devil. The devil. Negative. People, energetically self-destructive environment. People, places. So I'm going to say if you have a team, you've got one team player who ain't on the team. Okay? If you're trying to pull something together, you got one person who's not. You know, that's your roadblock. You got a bad habit, a bad seed, a bad hey zombie glitter, who's blocking the way to success, way to your freedom. You're not going to tolerate a Capricorn. Let's face it, you're not, because I'm looking at the possibilities. You're going to celebrate this thing and pull it off. It's how you're going to do it is what I'm saying is a challenge. Whatever is your goal for the end of this month, excuse me, and it looks really good. You've done everything right. There is one factor, one little hair in the soup, okay? That is your problem child here. You gotta deal with it. Okay? May not be fair, may not be right. You're capable, you're more than capable of taking care of it, but deal with it because it will screw up and you're not gonna allow that. Okay? And the other way to read this is to not let it. Okay? So if someone is behaving badly, if you're leaving, you're going on vacation, and maybe, listen, I'm sorry you're having a bad time, but I'm taking my vacation. Don't call me unless you have to. I'm here to have a good time. I don't want to hear it. Maybe you got a friend or a family member who's in a crisis and you've been there for them. You're like, not when I'm on vacation. I want to enjoy my time. Don't be blowing up my phone. Knowing, and again, Capricorn sets boundaries. I don't worry about you, Capricorn. Okay? Aquarius. Angela. Okay. Okay, Aquarius, main theme of the month is the Page of Wands reversed. I'm sorry, the Knight of Wands reversed. All right? The past influences, Justice reversed. The roadblocks, Knight of Swords. And the possibilities, King of Wands. Interesting. So, again, this goes back to work. It feels more like work, Aquarius, than it does anything else. And it could be a project that was put on hold, main theme of the month, that creative energy is just not horse. I always say horses at the gate. Race horses at the gate before the horses before they open the gate for the race. They're beating on the gate. They're trying to get out. Well, it's like I want to go. Past influences, Justice reversed. I want to say you may have been handed something to manage that has been badly mismanaged in the past, and now you're trying to get it back online. Knight of Swords. I don't like that because, again, people throwing problems at you. Aquarius, you may be taking on a real problematic situation that it's like no one else can handle it. Give it to this guy. Give it to him. He knows what to do. Give it to her. She'll figure it out. She's good with people. Again, a little bit like Capricorn. Feels more like sight issues or ISD computer more than a personal. Swords is air, so I think communication. I think of computer tech, but something technical. Just the problems keep coming. What do I see possibly as a month? King of Wands, success, moving forward, probably the promotion. Pull this off, and you're the new golden boy, golden girl, and you will pull it off. But it feels like someone handed you a baby with a dirty diaper, a loaded diaper. Here you go. You babysit my child, and here. Oh yeah, he might need to be changed. It's like, yeah, this kid's ripe. Thank you for that. But you ever say that? You are ripe. Yeah, but I love it, Aquarius. You can do it. but man, this is going to be all about pulling out everything you know to get something on time and in budget and waiting, and they're just going to keep throwing problems at you. It feels like a site issue, SITE, like it's something has to be restructured, and then you got to, and that's part of it is restructuring to move forward. It's really a bitch, but you've got it. I'll see. You'll pull it off. All right, Pisces. Last one. Okay, the main theme of the month is the Ten of Cups. I love that. Past influences, the Five of Swords. Roadblock, Wheel of Fortune reversed. Possibilities, Hangman reversed. Okay, this isn't hard to read. The main theme of the month is happiness in the home. Okay, the Ten of Cups isn't so much financial or creative, it's emotional happiness. It's finding your happiness. Where you're going to find your happiness this month is home. Okay, not out in the big bad world, home. Past influences, the Five of Swords. Well, again, just like Sag, you can't live in your past. And Pisces and Sag, both very similar in nature in that they both were ruled by Jupiter, big emotions. Okay, Sag and Pisces, dramatic. Those are two very, very dramatic signs. So this idea was so unfair. Stop. It's been so unfair. Well, all right, but move on. Roadblocks. This is Wheel of Fortune reverse. You're not moving on. Let go of it. Let go of the past. Move forward. All right. Not that different than Sag. Move forward. You know why? Possibilities. You're wasting the whole man reverse. You're just wasting your time. No one cares. It's for nothing. You sacrifice yourself for nothing. Ruin your good time for nothing. Stop. Why are you so loud? Come here. Hey, come here. Orlando, come here, bud. Come on, come. Go to mama. Go to mama. Don't play with me. I think take pleasure in home, creature comforts. Good night, Tammy. Good night. Yeah. And don't waste your time thinking about the past. Don't go. It's just a time killer. It's an energy killer. It's just holding you to a pattern. People think they're in habits, no, they're in patterns sometimes. And it's that pattern of failure. Nothing ever works out for me. This won't work out for me. No. I don't know what to do. Well, stop. Lift the needle off the album, okay? Get skipping. Stop. I know that metaphor is not going to work for young people, but you know what I'm talking about. Change the energy. And where I said with other signs like Leo, get out, but that's not the answer for Pisces. Stay in. Stay where it's secure. Stay where you're happy. Stay where you're safe. Don't worry about the past. You're safe now. Whatever put you in a place where you didn't feel safe before, that's not now. This is now. Okay? Past isn't now. Let it go. All right? And that's what I got, guys. That is the month of June for 12 signs. Tomorrow is our fair. We have, oh, good grief, Karn, Teresa, and who else is coming in tomorrow? Oh my God, Pina will be there. So anyways, we do phone readings now, something we've added to the repertoire. So for anyone who's looked at my newsletter and seen my readers and thought, I love a reading, but I live too far away, we're taking phone readings. So give the shop a call tomorrow, and 203-308-2457, and we can schedule a phone reading for you. Payment is when it's done. Half hour is $30 for 30 minutes. Many of my readers do Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. Okay? So anyway, that's what I've got. Please, sir, get some rest, eat well, take care of yourselves. I don't think June's going to be an easy month, astrologically, energetically, what I'm seeing coming in, what I'm seeing in the bigger, it just, and I'm not I'm not that like Scorpio. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know, right? You know it, you feel it. We're all like our stomach is in a bunch for all of us, you know, and it's really about, as I said, for Sagittarius, for Sagittarius, for Scorpio, it's about, you know, like with the castle, you know, you're closing the gates, you're, you know, putting up the big bar there. We're going to limit who comes into the home. That's always a good idea, by the way. Limit who comes into the home. Check your home. Who's coming in? Who's bringing their energy? And who's dropping their energy? The warding is important. Just not salt across the door. Keep it out of the house. Clear it when it's done. If you got have somebody in your house that's negative, make sure you clear the energy when they leave. Don't let it stagnate in the home. All right? And that's news for all of us. We all have good instincts. So we don't use them or we second guess ourselves. And that's just dumb. Especially if you've been coming to my store a while and you've been doing all this stuff with the stones and the oils and the this and the that and the energy and the Reiki and the, well, use it. So honor it when you feel it, honor it. Okay? Guys, everyone have a good night. Everyone take care and behave yourselves. Don't be part of the problem. All right? Good night.